Hi, I'm Peter Menchaca. I'm an account manager at iAcquire, and today I'm going to be showing you the cliff notes for Chapter 9, turning prospects into leads for the book Inbound Marketing. Okay, so this article talks about what you should do when you're successfully able to get a prospect to your website. And these rules apply to these are more or less general rules, but they can be applied to your organic search, your PPC, your email marketing, your text message marketing, anything really. So basically you're marketing, you have all these different channels of driving prospective people to your website, and these are some tips on how to best convert them into leads once they get there. So we're going to go over two things. Number one, we're going to talk about landing page optimization and the best practices for what people see when they show up to your site. Number two, we're going to talk about the order form optimization. So what are some things you should be taking into consideration to maximize people filling out a form or entering their email address or whatever it is that you would consider a successful conversion? How do you go about doing that better and improving your conversion rate? The goal of this is to, let's say you get 1,000 people to your website, you want to get more leads out of that, and the goal is to just improve that efficiency. So let's start with landing page best practices. We have 4 rules on here. Number one is matching. So matching essentially means if you type in a keyword rollerblades, let's say, and you go to a website and you click an ad, you want to see a page about rollerblades. You don't want to see a page about skateboards or razor scooters. You want to match essentially your intent with your landing page. And if you click on something and you don't like what you see, you'll leave the page, and that you'll lose a prospective customer. Trustworthy is another landing page best practice. You want to give off the impression of being a trustworthy source. If this is a non-branded term, then you don't want to come across as being untrustworthy, or else you might, again, lose a prospective customer. Graphics matter. So talking about the visuals that people see on your site, you really need to make sure that you're showing good content and you're showing creative that is visually appealing, but is also relevant to, again, the user intent up there. So the last tip here is just to keep it simple. Remember, the goal of a landing page is not to make a sale on the first click. It's really to drive the prospective customer into that sales funnel so that you can hit them up later, or they may not be ready to make a sale initially. So you really want to keep it simple, and that's the goal of your landing page. Don't fill your page up with clutter. Don't have too many calls to action. You want to just focus on what you're looking for, whether it be an email or a phone number, and really try to just drive the user to that end goal. Those are some landing page best practices. Now, what are some things you should take into consideration for those types of forms? And again, they can vary based on your business, and the goal is to really drive someone to be a successful conversion. Some things to take into consideration for that. One, keep it short. If you're looking for an email address, don't ask for a phone number, don't ask for their physical address, don't ask what their dog's name was 10 years ago. Keep it very simple. Don't try to pry for extraneous information. Above the fold, you want to have your call to action somewhere that they can see it without scrolling down the page. If you have a lot of content above the fold, or if there's a lot of just mess going on, then the user might not want to scroll down the page and see your call to action. So keep it visible, keep it in a spot where they can easily see it when they show up to your page. Not sensitive. So you should never be asking on a first touch, what is your social security number, or what is your credit card number? Keep it simple. I mean, that's almost a no-brainer, but you really don't want to be asking for that, because if you show up to a website and they're asking for your credit card information or your social security number, you'll probably not trust them. And again, that kind of takes us back to just being trustworthy. And that's actually another tip on there in terms of your forms. So that should be a no-brainer. Keep it simple. So again, this is kind of going back to keeping it short, but you want to not confuse a person. The rule with simple here is that you don't want to have your customer think about what they're putting in. Don't confuse them with asking them complex questions. Keep it simple and make it really easy for them to fill out and just move on and convert, and that's what they're looking for to do. Finally on here, your autoresponder, make sure you follow up with whoever is filling out a lead on your site. Generally, you'll get their email address, you might get a phone number, and if you really want to capitalize and strike while the iron's hot. So make sure you're following up, even if it's just an automated email that's confirming their registration on your site. That's really important, and you're going to end up converting more people if you're just communicating with them as quick as possible. So those are your landing page best practices and your forms best practices. Let's just wrap up here with some pro tips. I have the 80-20 rule up there. Now, the 80-20 rule, oftentimes marketers will just become obsessed with increasing their conversion rate, and it's successful if you're able to increase your conversion rate from 20 to 21% of people landing on your site becoming customers. But you really should be focusing on getting more people into this sales funnel and trying to attract more potential customers. As an inbound marketer, you're responsible for a lot of things. You really want to make sure that most of your time, 80% of your time, is spent not worrying about conversion optimization, but actually getting more people to your site. 15% conversion rate, that is more or less the average conversion rate out there, and it's going to vary based on industry and vertical and what you're selling and whatnot. But you should be shooting for around a 15% conversion rate. Anything higher than that, anything lower than that, you might want to take another look at how to better optimize that. So that's more or less a flat industry goal. Finally, A/B testing. You want to be testing out multiple landing pages, and with email marketing, with PPC, less so with organic, but in some cases you can do it. You want to make sure that you're optimizing this landing page, you're optimizing your forms by comparing 2 or 3 or 4 separate pages for the same people. You run a test, so an A/B test essentially is taking 1,000 visitors for one keyword and then sending half of them to page A and half of them to page B. If page B converts better, then you're going to want to send the majority of these potential customers to page B, and that's just what A/B testing is. So definitely encourage you to take these things in consideration while you're making all these best practices to your landing page and your order forms. So thank you very much for your time. This is Peter signing out.